You know, when you write a book, one of the things you want to do is get a great title, maybe to hook us in, to make us want to read the book. Here's a great title: The Patient is Wearing Lipstick. Of course, I have the author with us today, Miss Artisha T. Bolding. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Pleasure to be here.
Good. Well, you got to talk to us about this one. Tell us about yourself, first of all. You're a native Augustan?
Yes, I was born and raised here in Augusta, Georgia. I went to the great Howard University in Washington, D.C., and I've worked corporate and government jobs. And my last job here locally at one of our local plants, I began to get very ill, and that is actually the opening for my book.
Okay. All right. Tell us about, first of all, tell us about the title. Where did that come from?
You might not believe this, Reverend Howard, but I was in the hospital, in the ICU, when that title was spoken, and it struck me so much. And I was coming out of the second coma that I was in. I had been in the ICU for going on 10 days, fighting for my life. Only 38 years old. No medical history with any issues prior to that. But I thankfully am a survivor of congestive heart failure and respiratory failure. And there was a beautiful Black doctor at one of our local hospitals here who came in after I had been come out of the coma, and she said, well, you know it's a good sign when the patient is wearing lipstick.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
But that's the inspiration for the book. So who should read it?
I would say that this book is for everyone. Everyone, especially those, though, who may be in a season of doubt or confusion with their faith. The person who has had struggles with work or even with marriage. I'd walk us through all of that because I am a survivor of all of those things.
Really? I was looking at the first chapter called Real Life and Not Science Fiction.
Yes, sir.
So it's real life.
Yes, sir.
True
It's
story.
a real life, true story. The only thing that I did change, I changed some names to protect the innocent and sometimes the not so innocent.
And sometimes the guilty, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Listen, well, how can we find the book?
This book is available now on Amazon.com as well as my website, artishabolding.com.
Okay, sounds good. I like some of the things I read about it. Emerging from the shadow of death. It's like a subtitle.
Yes, sir. The book opens with prayer as well as closing with prayer, because that is the only thing that brought me through the hardest fight of my life. It was my faith, and it's woven throughout the book. I'm really, really blessed and grateful to have this story out for folks to read.
Well, can I use the second paragraph for our closing? Before Artisha T. Bolding became a speaker and empowerment coach, she was the sassy lady working on a construction site, leading a double life. Here it is. She had been called contradictory before. Hood but good, street but sweet, ratchet but righteous.
Yes, sir.
Go get the book.
Please.
Okay.